everyone's in this film. Kate Blanchett, Alec Baldwin, Louis C.K., Will Ferrell, Zach Galifianakis, Steve Carell, Bradley Cooper, Ryan Gosling. Okay, they're not in it, but that would be a really good movie. Really would like to see that. Anyway, here's my review for Blue Jasmine. What's going on, Filmheads? Today I am reviewing Blue Jasmine, but before I get into it, I want my friend Chase Lee from Real Reviews to give me his thoughts about it, and check that out, and then following his review, I'll give you my review. The floor is yours, man.
Hey, how's it going, everyone, at the Modern Film Critics page? My name is Chase Lee, and don't worry, I'll be gentle. I am from Real Reviews, and welcome to the dark side of movie reviews, and by that I literally mean I have a dark spot in my reviews. Don't get too close. You'll never come back. So we're going to review Blue Jasmine, which is the new Woody Allen movie, which we all know by now. This is probably his second or third one for the year. I swear to God, sometimes that guy pumps him out like a factory worker. So the thing with Woody Allen is I'm a fan of him. He is a hit and miss for me. When he hits, he hits. When he misses, it kind of just floats there. It's kind of just like a lukewarm, like frozen dinner you don't want to touch, but you gotta eat anyways. Blue Jasmine follows Kate Blanchett, who is a divorced person, and she goes to live with her adopted sister. And Kate Blanchett's also adopted, so it's kind of funny, two adopted sisters. But she goes to live with her, and then we get to see the story unfold. And the story is cut in a non-linear fashion. So when she gets to her sister's house, it will then cut to something that happened in her past with her past husband, and that's how the movie works. It's a switcheroo, I guess, every 10 minutes or so. But that's what I really liked about it. It's a nice, different feel to a movie that you haven't seen in quite a while. I'm a sucker for non-linear movies, but I just am. I don't know what to say. But yeah, linear stories are great, and they can be done really, really well. For some weird reason, I really love it when everything's out of order, but it still flows nicely. And that's the trick. It has to flow well. If it flows well, you got a hit. And Woody Allen, guess what? You got a hit. Woody Allen constructs like his Woody Allen-esque movie, and he does it in a non-linear fashion, and it works. And I really give him props for that. Yeah, but it's got the same feel as every other Woody Allen movie. You know, like the cinematography, the music. Just everything is like, oh, that's a Woody Allen movie. Even from the opening credits to the logo of the movie, like the trumpets blaring, and it's like, yep, this is his movie, and I am ready to do this. So he does a pretty good job. It's actually one of my favorite movies of the year so far. The acting is fantastic. Kate Blanchett kills it as her character, and the cool thing is, she actually convinced me that was not Kate Blanchett, that was actually Jasmine. It rarely happens in movies for me, but when an actor can convince me that they are their character instead of them, gold right there. I will call it right now that she will get nominated at least for Best Actress. Don't know if she'll win. She actually was my favorite performance this year so far, but it's still, in August, so that's why I'm a little cautious. But I think she'll get nominated because I believe that she was that good. Cinematography, it's a simple Woody Allen, very old, feely. Like, I just got done from going to a sock hop and I just wanted to go get some ice cream and then go to the drive-in. That's usually what a Woody Allen movie feels like to me. Well, I was the youngest person in my audience, so I guess that says something. Maybe I'm getting way too old. Maybe I should go purchase my walker. So the cinematography, it's Woody Allen. Editing is very just paced nicely. It's like you can't really say anything bad about it. It's actually one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Kate Blanchett does a wonderful job, and I believe she'll be nominated for an Oscar. If not, maybe win it. Might eat my own words later down the road. So, but overall, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a solid movie. If you like Woody Allen movies, go see it. If you don't like Woody Allen movies, stay home. Don't go see it. I will recommend that it's like a high matinee for me. you don't have to pay full price for it, but a high matinee is good. Well, it's like borderline, but it's still a great movie. I actually have no problems with it that I can think of right now, but it doesn't feel like a perfect movie for me, so that's why I'm going to give it a 9. But I really enjoyed it, and I think you will too. So thank you, Modern Film Critic, for letting me have my face in your video, and my body and my set in your video. So that's it. That's pretty much what I'll have to say, because I'm a man of a few words. Not really, I just lied to you. That's okay. It's okay. Like I said, I'll be gentle. But thanks for watching Real Reviews, and tune in the future, because we got some collabs coming up, so my face is going to appear again. Alright, see you guys later.
Blue Jasmine follows a character, a very, very interesting character played by Cate Blanchett named Jasmine, who, she's got the money, she's got the man who has the money, she's got the big house, she's got the fancy clothes, she's got everything, until she realizes, well, my husband, played by Alec Baldwin, isn't the guy I thought he was when it comes to love and business and things like that. So she decides to move out, move in with her sister, who isn't as rich as she is, so we get to see how it all plays out. How is it with her sister? Are they going to get along? What kind of money situation is she in? Is she in? Is she going to find someone else to, is she going to find another boyfriend? What's going to happen? We get to see all these things unfold. It is a great independent movie. Man, these independent movies coming out have been impressing me so much, with Mud, Spring Breakers, Only God Forgives This, The Way, Way Back. They've been great, and this was a good weekend for movies, but this one, it was nice to see this one, and my overall thought was very great performances, and a very interesting plot structure. It's not very linear. It's very non-linear when it comes to plot, because we get some present day shots, and we get some flashback shots, and we get present day and flashbacks. It's all over the place, but it's not messy. You still understand what's going on, and you get to see things things begin to unfold, and you're just like, oh wow, wasn't expecting that. Especially with Alec Baldwin's character, he goes through a lot in this movie. But Cate Blanchett, I'm going to talk about her for a second. She is probably most likely going to get an Oscar nod because of her performance. I could tell she tried so hard to give a performance of dread, and just, you can sympathize with her to a point. She's rich, so I really can't, sympathize with her too much, because I can't relate to her, because she's a totally different person than anyone that I've ever met. But, still, I feel awful for her for all the crap she's went through. She's still not a great person, really, but she has went through a lot where I was like, okay, I'll sympathize with you for a bit. She's talking to herself on the streets. That's happening in the beginning, and you just have to see it, because Cate Blanchett is the best part about this movie, along with Alec Baldwin. But, I was expecting Alec Baldwin to be great. He's always great, and especially in Friends. But he's one of my favorite actors, and it's good to see him putting out work. But Cate Blanchett was great. And then you meet her sister, who begins to date this sluggish guy who's just not that great, and Jasmine's like, what are you doing dating him? And then her sister meets Louis C.K.'s character, and they spark up a relationship, and I won't go further because things happen with that. There's some side plots that go along, and you care about them. There's a lot of stuff in this movie that you care about and that you're invested with. It's a very great film with performances. If you're expecting a linear film with closure, then it's not going to be for you, I don't think. If you're not a fan of these independent films that are sort of different, then you may not like it, because you may not get closure at the end. You may not get a normal way of storytelling. That's what I love about these films, about how different they can be, but they still impress you. Some films try this thing, and they don't work out sometimes. But this one was great, performances were great, and as the story moves along, it sort of gets darker and darker, and Cate Blanchett looks great in the film, but there are some points where you're just like, she looks totally different than what she was earlier, because she really does look down in the dumps at some points, but whenever she's all dressed up, she looks good. I think Cate Blanchett is a very attractive actress, but there are some points where you're just like, man, I would not like to be around her, because at any point right now she could just break, and she does have these nervous breakdowns. You just don't want to be around her, because you're afraid of what she's going to do. Is she going to freak out? What's going through her head? She goes through so much stuff with Alec Baldwin, and then you learn some stuff about Alec Baldwin, about his love, his romance. He's having an affair on her, and not spoilers, it's in the beginning. He has an affair because she moves out and lives with her sister. he goes through a lot. He's not a great person, and you don't like him, but it's still cool to see Alec Baldwin, like I said. Louis C.K. is great. He's funny. He's very different from what he usually does. I know I'm talking mostly about performances because that was the best part about the film, but it doesn't feel like they were trying to just make a movie for performances. Let me make a movie just for performances to win Oscars. Sorry, let me get that out of the way. Anyway, this is Woody Allen's 5,647th film, and I've seen some of his stuff, and this is definitely one of my favorites of his because it looks great with cinematography. The whole film looks great. The performances are great. Woody Allen did a great job. This is a perfect cast. I couldn't imagine anyone playing Jasmine's character. And Blue Jasmine, the title, well, it speaks for itself. It is a great, dramatic, independent movie. It is so much fun to watch. 4 out of 5. That's 2 4 out of 5s in a row. Wow, that's pretty shocking. I'm trying to make sure I touch on everything, but it's one of those movies that you have to see for yourself. I really can't describe it much. It's just one of those movies that you really need to see in the theaters or whenever it comes out on DVD. It's a fun watch. It's a hard watch, but once you get through it, you're like, that was really, really. I'm glad I watched that. That was just good, and it's great. I loved it. Like I said, 4 out of 5, and I want to thank you, ReelChaseLee, for being on my channel. Make sure you guys check him out in the description below. Thank you for doing this collaboration review with me, and as always, guys, I'm the Modern Film Critic, signing off.